happy Wednesday. We love Wednesdays because it's lunch with the duck. There's the duck.
Here's my girl.
Yes. Well, happy holiday season to you. It's officially December. We're in the swing of things. Our good friend Pinkwinny, Standing Deer, he painted this jacket for me.
It's got the woman warrior insignia on there.
Yeah.
With a full moon. She was born on a full moon. And Standing Deer is a wonderful man from the Taos Pueblo that we met 26 years ago. He painted my jacket too, the Medicine Eagle.
So
Now, everybody in the family has their own medicine. We're going to talk about holidays today.
Yeah.
So good. What's your soup today?
It's a veggie lentil.
Veggie lentil?
Yes, and it's gluten-free. I checked. They have great healthy options here at Nick's. We love it here. Gotta go to only the healthy spots. So anyways, it's the holiday season. So that's what we're talking about today, because holidays can be a crazy time. There's so many fun things to do. There's always good desserts everywhere you go. There's always some beverages, and
You know, one of the things that, and there's a PDF that they can download, right?
yeah, we'll give you guys the 10 tips in PDF form.
10 tips, yeah. So you can get those. It's fun to keep everything in balance. You know, we have always taught to keep a health in balance. That means all these different factors in your life have to be balanced. You know, like you don't have to be puritanical in the way that you live necessarily, or so straight-laced that there's no fun allowed. I know some people don't think they could ever believe in a God, because if you believe in a God, you're not supposed to have a glass of wine or something, some weird thing. I don't know what that's all about, but you know, Jesus' first miracle was making wine. But that comes to balance. That comes to balance here. It's not as though you want to be a wino on the street. That's out of balance. But it's about keeping balance. So in that regard, we talk about, these are some tips just to keep some of the different factors of our life during this season in balance. One of them is making sure you get plenty of sleep. Now, in Chinese medicine, it says that every hour of sleep before 12 o'clock midnight is worth 2 hours of sleep after 12 o'clock midnight.
That's good.
So that's something just to keep in check. And if you're not sleeping well, there are things to help you sleep well, especially if you're feeling much stress. One of those things is called Adrenocalm, which is a cream, and it has phosphatidylserine and some different herbs in it. You rub it on your hands and then rub it on the inside of your arms or inside of your legs, and that helps to dampen the stress hormone called cortisol. So that's Adrenocalm. Apex makes it. We have it here. Then the other thing, if people wake up and their mind is racing a lot and they just can't get back to sleep very well, then there's something called Phenotropic by the Biotics Company. And the combination of those two things usually helps just about everybody sleep really well. So if you're finding you're not sleeping well, there's a couple of things that you can do. You can come to the office. I mean, you can do a courtesy consult with me or my wife, and you know, 15 minutes we'll spend with you complimentary, just to kind of help you get some more balance in your life for the holidays.
So on sleep, how many hours of sleep do you feel best on?
I usually feel best on at least somewhere between 7 and 8. You know, I mean, I can get by on 6, but it's not ideal. That'll kind of catch up with me. I have a good friend though who can, you know, just get 5 hours of sleep.
Wow.
But he's also just recently had some very severe health problems. I mean, very serious health problems, and you kind of wonder, you know, sleep is all about when your sympathetic nervous system shuts off, that's the fight or flight mode, and your parasympathetic nervous system turns on, which is your body's healing mode. Hi.
Hi. Good, how
We're
are
looking
you?
forward to being here and eating.
I'm Diana, and I'm your review.
Okay.
Interested in calling out?
No thanks.
We're good. I'm just gonna do your soup of the day.
And what are asparagus fries? Are they actually asparagus?
Yes. We should get the grilled artichokes. They're amazing.
Is that the Castroville artichoke?
Yes.
All right, we'll try the artichokes. I'll have a soup too. I feel like doing something warm.
And a soup for Aubrey as well.
You guys want to split like a burger that would be like lettuce wrapped or something? We could just all kind of have some of it.
Yeah.
We'll have a burger with no bun. Maybe instead of the bun, if they could bring some extra arugula or something like that.
I can do lettuce wrap if you like.
Okay. Just forget the lettuce. We'll just do arugula. Just put it on the bed of arugula. Can they do that? Or not?
That's on the side.
Okay.
I don't think I can fix it for you that way, but I can do it on the side.
So what kind of lettuce do they use? Iceberg or no?
We have romaine lettuce.
Right. Okay, I'll take it on
Actually,
romaine.
iceberg for the, if you want to do a lettuce wrap, it'd be iceberg.
I don't want iceberg. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get away from. So maybe just some greens on the side, some arugula on the side. Okay.
Great.
I think that'll do it.
Gotta get it lettuce wrapped. You know, it's really good if you get it lettuce wrapped. It's still like the best. The bomb.
Okay, so we talked about sleep. Oh, did you see anything else for you? Okay.
So, we talked about sleep.
You know what?
Oh,
I'd like
another
a
good thing
cup of
about
tea.
sleep
Hot tea.
is that it's really good if you can have a similar rhythm to your sleep every night. So, if you go to bed around 10 every night, try and go to bed, between 9:30, 10:30 every night. And then when you wake up, you want to wake up within the same hour every day as well, right? If you keep the same rhythm of
If you
when
can
you
do
go
the
to sleep
rhythm,
and when you sleep
but
up.
then there's also holiday parties and stuff like that. So isn't it what you do most of the time is most important?
Exactly. Most of the time, balance. There might be some late nights when you're at a holiday party. That's
you
fine.
might. I mean, you and your friends might end up at the saloon or the sandpiper. Who knows? You never know what you might do
You
during
never
the
know
holiday,
when
but
you're gonna have a late dancing
what
night.
you do most of the time is most important.
Exactly.
All right.
All right, so sleep. What's
All right,
next?
sleep. We got it. Decrease your stress. So if you know that there's a situation maybe with a family member or you're concerned about money or whatever around the holidays, try to think about healthy ways to handle your stress, because unhealthy ways are overeating, over drinking. Those aren't healthy ways of handling stress. Try to figure healthy ways of handling stress. And that leads us into getting exercise, or maybe journaling, or maybe talking to someone. Let's say, for example, you have a brother-in-law or sister-in-law or mother-in-law or someone in advance that you know that there's usually stress with over the holidays. It might even be worth a moment to call and talk to the person and say, hey, I was just wondering, are you open to having a better time this year than what we've had last year? And what do you think we could do to have a better time? What can we do to avoid there being stress or tension for either one of us?
Yep. Conversation is key. Communication.
What was your major?
My major was communication studies. One of my classes was conflict and reconciliation. So, it's important. It's really important to not, when you just hold things in, that's when you hold resentment. But if you can talk through things, sometimes it's awkward, but you know what? We grow so much when we push into awkward or just uncomfortable conversations. It's a big part of growing in life. So,
and a great way to approach it, just the wordage, are you open to having a conversation about this? Just ask them if they're open to it. If they're not, no, I'm not open to that. Okay, just checking.
He loves that line, are you open to?
Yeah, well, it's
a good line.
An easy way to just preach a subject.
It is.
And then always ask someone what they think. If you seek first to understand, there's a good chance that you're going to be that they're going to want to understand you if you've sought first to understand them. So it's always a good place. Would you be open to telling me your thoughts about this? Oh, yeah, sure, I'll tell you my thoughts about that.
Seek to understand. That's something growing up I always learned from him. Seek first to understand. Your conversations will go so much better when you want to first listen. And then people feel like, oh wow, like I'm heard, I'm understood, and it doesn't escalate. It can really be like a life-giving, healthy conversation.
Reminds me of the 3 L's: listen, love, and laugh.
That's good.
All right.
So decrease stress.
Decrease stress.
Amazing.
Taking time for a journal, reflection and solitude, go for a walk, a hike, create a budget, have honest conversations of reconciliation. Here it is, and I didn't even know it was there.
It's all in there.
Take some deep breaths. So this is what you're going to get. Here's your PDF, and these will be some just easy things. And you might want to just download these and email them to a friend or something. Tell them you got them on Lunch with the Doc. But these are just our little gifts to you. We have a bunch of little gifts. Mo will tell you all about it. All right, stay hydrated. Have you ever heard of the term hydrate before you libate? What does that mean?
It means that before you drink an alcoholic beverage, the best thing to do is to hydrate with some water. And in between beverages, too. That is the kicker.
Yep.
That'll keep you feeling amazing.
And then the other thing is knowing that coffee, tea are diuretics.
Can I have a teacup, too? Do you want a teacup? 2 more teacups.
They can't. Earl Grey, I would like. Okay, we'll go English breakfast. Thank you.
It is the perfect time for tea.
I can do it. You got your hands full. Oh, yeah, just 1 hot tea for me. Yeah. All right.
Thanks.
Okay.
Gotta have some tea.
So, half of your body weight in water per day is considered ideal to keep you from getting kidney stones and aging too fast. Did I ever tell you a story about I had a Hollywood actress that was on the show In Living Colors. I don't know if you remember that show. It was back in the 90s. It was well, that's where J-Lo got her start. And it was a really cool program. But she came down from Hollywood, and as a patient, we talked about staying hydrated. And she says, oh, I learned about getting hydrated. My first day on the set, there was this makeup artist, and she had been in the industry for about 30 years. And she said, oh, honey, you have beautiful skin. She goes, well, thank you very much. She goes, I bet you want to keep that skin beautiful, don't you? She goes, yes. She goes, you know, the wrinkled look is not good for the camera. She goes, yeah, I know. She goes, you know, honey, what's the only difference between a raisin and a grape? She goes, well, the way they look. She goes, well, yeah, but what makes them look different? She goes, water. Water's the only difference between a grape and a raisin. When the raisin loses that water, and when the grape loses the water, it looks like a raisin. Yep. So she goes, so honey, do you want to look more like a raisin or a grape? She goes, then drink your water. So
Good advice.
I remember learning that one.
All right, ladies, that's a good beauty tip for you.
Balancing your blood sugar. What do you have to say about that?
Well, it's very important to balance your blood sugar. That maintains your health in many different ways. And a really important way to do that is by balancing what you eat. So we all know that there's carbs, sugars, proteins, fats. Well, sugars aren't carbs, but carbs, protein, and fat. That's our main types of food. Thank you. And what you want to do is you want to balance those 3 types of food. Thanks so much. So like today, we got soup, which has veggies, which is a carbohydrate. There it is. Vegetables and fruits are good carbohydrates. They have lots of vitamins. You know, you have other carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates. You have other carbohydrates.
They don't make
like
your blood sugar
sugars.
spike up.
Exactly. Simple sugars do make your blood sugar spike.
And what
So
we
you want-
just
thank
suggest,
you.
if you know you're going to have dessert with your meal, thank you, then consider not having bread. Consider not having rice or potatoes if you know you want to save room for dessert. Just realize the more carbs you have, the higher your blood sugar is going to go. You're going to get this big spike. Your body's going to release insulin. You're going to then bring your blood sugar crashing down, but that sugar that's in your blood, insulin is going to turn that sugar into fat. It's going to just go into, it's called lipogenesis. And so your bodies just start becoming a fat factory. And I mean, some people, you know, I guess some people really like to do that. I don't know. But I think maybe keeping your percent body fat to a minimal level is probably a better way to go. So just kind of look at your carb ratio. If you're gonna know you're gonna have a dessert, just have less of the carbs at the other times.
And make sure you have protein.
Yes, a
So
lot of
protein will really help to level your blood sugar. Good healthy fats are super important. So we say about, normally what's the percentage ratio that's good to have?
Well, the zone diet talked about 40% complex carbs, 30% protein, 30% fat.
Okay.
Ketogenic goes with a much higher fat ratio and a much lower carbohydrate ratio. So in general, I mean, the zone always talked about medium. Yeah.
Thank you. So you're saying the ketogenic?
Well, the zone basically talked about every time you have a meal, you want a protein serving about the size and thickness of your hand. You can have up to 4 servings of complex carbohydrates like vegetables, or you can have 1 fist of complex carbohydrates like, you know, potatoes or rice or something like that. And then you want a serving of fat that's about the size and thickness of your thumb. So that's an easy tool to use, although the ketogenic would suggest a lot more fat and a lot less carbohydrates. So.
And then one really good tip too for those of you who love to bake and love desserts is to use sugars that aren't going to spike your blood sugar. So instead of using just, you know, refined sugar, you can use, one thing that we use is called sucanat, which is an amazing sugar. It tastes so good in baking. You
Pure
can use,
sugarcane juice that's evaporated.
You can use honey, which is amazing. You can use maple syrup. You can also use something called monk fruit extract. So there's a lot of really good alternatives that won't spike your blood sugar and are much better for you.
And monk fruit extract comes as a liquid, or now they're even selling it granular. And it's got hardly any carbs.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, manage and balance your blood sugar. Next, get regular exercise. Number 5. Why is that so important?
Even if it's only a 20-minute walk, just do something. Get your body moving. Of course, most people know a lot about exercise. Just even go for a walk. Try to mix up your exercises, from weights to swimming to surfing to volleyball, what have you. Pretty
It
basic.
helps pump the lymphatic system, get your blood moving, and you know, this helps even with like boosting your immune system, decreasing stress, all those good benefits that we know. Next one is to get some body work. So body work is, I mean, so important for your body and your health in general. And what we mean by that is getting, you know, hands-on therapy, massage, chiropractic adjustments, work that your body needs to stay healthy and stay well, stay moving.
A lot of physiotherapies. You know, it's good to just unwind and de-stress your body, and that's what we've been doing for 32 years here in town. So I'd love to help you if you like that out.
And that helps your nervous system as well. Create the flow in your nervous system, which then helps boost your immune system. So it's really important for overall health.
At our place, we have our physical therapy assistants. Dirk, he's a physical medicine assistant. Dirk and Noah and Natalie. And we also have our massage therapist. Michael's been with us for 20 years. We also have James on now on Tuesday, Thursday afternoon. They all do incredible body work. So, what else we got?
Next tip is to try IV nutritional therapy. So if you find yourself on the verge of getting sick, or you are sick, or you just want to stay well, boost your immune system, give yourself all the nutrients you need for wellness in general, IV nutritional therapy is amazing. So one of our IVs is called the Cold Buster. So anytime our patients or staff are sick, we just send them right upstairs for an IV. because it just kicks out the infection right away. We put something called Argentine silver within the IV, and that kills pathogens on contact in the blood. So if you're sick, the infection is systemic, and so that Argentine goes throughout your whole body, kicks it out really quick, and then also gives you all the nutrients, vitamins you need to boost that immune system. So that's a really good one. There's, we have a hangover IV, so if you do find yourself going out and partying,
Also known as a detoxification.
yes. So our hangover is a little bit different than our detoxification. Our hangover will add a bit more hydration because you need a lot of hydration when you're in that state. And then our detox IV is really good for just anyone in general who wants to detox, clean out their body. That's a really good one for the new year when you're like, okay, after the holidays, I need to detox, I need to reset. Come on in, get some detox IVs along with doing your detox protocol and cleansing. That's a great way to start off the year. So IVs are amazing, and what's so great about them is you're getting 100% absorption of all those nutrients. So a lot of us, our digestion is not optimal, and we're not getting all the nutrients that we really need into our bodies. So when we do IVs, our bodies are able to use 100% of those nutrients that we're being given. So there's a lot of good IVs. You can check out all the ones we have. We have ones, performance booster before you have a big event, if you're doing a run or something like that, or a business event. We have mood elevation IVs. We have pre and post surgery care. So a bunch of good stuff you can check out about our IVs. All right, number 8.
What is it?
Let your food be your medicine.
I think you need to let some of your soup be your medicine.
I think so. You can keep talking line.
Okay.
I eat my medicine here.
So, I think it was Hippocrates that said, let food be your medicine, and your medicine be your food. We talked a little bit about balance between the things. Of course, with your food quality, anytime you can get organic food, it's way better. If you can use your meats that are grass-fed, antibiotic-free, those are better. My wife does most of her shopping at Mother's, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, and she even she goes to Celestino's in Costa Mesa and gets organic meats and things like that there. And what's so cool is that so many of the restaurants now will show on their menu that they use organic, grass-fed, non-farm raised fish, those kind of things. So, yeah. And then let's see, garlic, eggs, pumpkin seeds, raw yogurt, citrus fruits. Keep in check your caffeine intake and alcohol.
Yeah, so these are just some really good foods that have great nutritional benefits within them. Something that's really good to do is roast garlic, because garlic has high antibacterial properties. So if you just roast garlic for 20 minutes, it can make an amazing spread, super good for you. Organic eggs are really high in B12, which is important for energy and immunity and all that good stuff. Pumpkin seeds, they have zinc, which stimulates the blood cell production, so zinc is important for you. We got raw yogurt, and that has good healthy probiotics for your gut, which gut health is amazing for all health. And then citrus fruit. So yesterday on our Health Tip Tuesday.
Okay. I think they went too long. Thank you.
So yesterday on our Health Tip Tuesday, we did talked about eating seasonal produce, which is really good for your body because the environment actually provides nutrients that you need in the produce that's in season. So, right now, there's a lot of citrus in season, which is high in vitamin C, which you need in the wintertime when it's colder. We have a tendency to get sick a little easier, so the vitamin C in those is really powerful. Some more seasonal things. Thank you so much. Some other seasonal things are bok choy, rooibos,
Breakfast tea or
sure. Thank you. So, bok choy, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, carrots, clementines, cauliflower, all those things are in the season right now, so those things are really good to eat. And then decreasing your alcohol and your caffeine, keeping those things in check and low is really good. So let your food be your medicine. It's a great tip. Number 9.
My turn. You eat.
All right.
It says enjoy the sun. Now, there's not a lot of sun out right now, but even people that live in highly sunny areas, a lot of those people are still vitamin D deficient, and we need healthy vitamin D for our bone strength, for our immune system function, for our eyes, health, lung tissue. There's so many different things that vitamin D is good for. So we usually use this product by Biotics. It's called Bio-D Emulsion Forte. And I usually put a drop. I put 7 drops on my hand today. 1 drop equals 2,000 international units of vitamin D. So I'm going a little bit higher vitamin D right now because I don't want to get sick. So I'm going proactive and increasing my vitamin D. Most integrative health and functional health doctors agree that somewhere between 50 and 100 is an ideal amount to show up in a blood test. Some experts say 80 to 100. So I just try to keep my vitamin D levels up high. And of course, sunshine, since you're not getting that much, even more important. And then the last thing has to do with gratitude. And I was talking to
I'm grateful for this guy right here.
I was talking to a patient yesterday. She is in so much pain. She's got severe arthritic changes in her neck and her low back. She's got 3 disc herniations in her neck and 3 in her low back. She's in severe pain. But you know, I said, how are you handling this? Because she said she's definitely getting better. We're doing a lot of treatment for her, and she's turning the corner and getting better.
Just bring the plates for your, that was a cheeseburger, correct?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great. So I said, how are you doing? She goes, well, I'm definitely getting better. I'm getting the trigger point injections and having all the therapies and hands-on work and decompressing my neck and my low back and getting gentle adjustments and those kind of things. Not the kinds that are going to make those things worse, not the old-fashioned chiropractic stuff that people wouldn't be indicated in her case. But she said, you know what I think is really helping is, along with me feeling better from the treatment, I'm just staying in gratitude. I keep on being thankful that it's not worse. Thankful that I'm under your guys' care. Thankful that I know that I'm going to get better. And even though it was keeping me up at night and I could hardly sleep from the pain, I just kept on thanking God, even for the problem, even for the trial and the tribulation. In the Bible it says, in all things give thanks. Give thanks in all things. And how's the rest of that verse go? It says, all things work together for good to them who love God and are called according to his purpose. So even the terrible, horrible things, if we can still remain that idea, that attitude of gratitude, it supersedes a lot of the trial and tribulation that we're going through. I think that's about it, isn't it?
That's about it.
What about our gifts?
Our gifts, our holiday gifts?
Yeah.
Yes. So right now we're doing a super fun promotion. We're actually giving away holiday gifts to our patients so that they can then spread the holiday cheer to their loved ones. So
we're doing Christmas shopping for our patients?
We're basically doing Christmas shopping for our patients, yes.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing. So if you've been a patient of Health Balance.
Who comes up with this stuff?
Good question. Some geniuses around the office. So anyways, if you've been a patient with Health and Balance before, this is a gift for you, or you're a current patient. So you can come in, think of someone that you love and care for, that you think, you know what, they really need some care. They would love some body work or some detox or whatever it might be. We're giving away their choice of either a massage or a detox foot bath. So they can choose. And
okay. The grilled artichokes on the menu. You don't have.
They don't have artichokes.
Okay. All right.
So, anyways, So this is the gift that we're giving away to patients. You can think of someone special, family member. Come into the office and we'll give you a note to write out to them, and then this will go inside it to them, and then they can just choose when they want to come in, and they get to have a half an hour massage or a half an hour detox with that. Great gift for anyone in your life. So that's our little Christmas gift.
And we look forward to seeing you guys. If you want to get your work done and make some new resolutions and feel better during the holidays and moving forward into the new year, we're here for you.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.